Hi, John Dwyer here from the Institute of Wow to give you another boastful show-off story about a successful case study. This happens to be about a Opal mine tour adventure called the Walk-In Mine at Lightning Ridge. And the owner of this business, Greg, asked if I could actually provide him with some ideas to stimulate patronage because it wasn't what he wanted it to be. Now let me show you on the screen right now what Greg's website used to look like, and you'll see here the homepage was not exactly pretty, and of course I said to him, well, what do you call the Walk-In Mine tour? And he said, well, the Walk-In Mine. I went, okay, right. And of course it was no surprise that he was really attracting only the grey nomads. It was only the older people. And they'd put their little cap with a torch on and they'd go down into this mine and they would see the odd, sort of Disney style audio animatronic figure that was, digging opals out of the cave. And they'd walk through the mine and then come out the other end. And it sounded like a pretty boring tour, to be honest with you. And I said to him, well, given that these people were older, did anyone sort of come out alive? He's a bit sarcastic, so he was happy to take that on board. He said yes, but he agreed that it sort of looked and sounded pretty boring. I said, look, the easiest way to build traffic for this is not to look for more grey nomads. Why don't we widen the funnel? In other words, why don't we theme the attraction a Disney Indiana Jones sort of theme, and that way we can attract families with children instead of just older people who might be seniors. He thought that was a great idea, and so therefore I sketched up what I believed his website should look like, and you'll see on your screen right now it was influenced pretty much by the Indiana movie, and it's got some Disney pixie dust, and so therefore we changed the name of the adventure, the tour to be an adventure, so it's the Great Opal Mine Adventure, and you'll see that there's a chance to even win $50,000. And so what we did is that we put on one of those insured prize promotions where at the end of your tour, you would come out, there was a big sand pit, and you'd get a little cup and you could dig for an opal. And if you found yourself an opal, then you got an entry into the $50,000 draw. Now that $50,000 draw was one of these insured prize promotions, so therefore the insurance company gave him that prize for about $1,100, I think it was $1,100, based on a 1 in 250 probability at the grand draw. So what happens is that after he runs that for 4, 5, 6 months, someone's drawn out, they get the opportunity to visit his opal mine again, and they've got 250 envelopes to choose from. They draw one, they pick one of those envelopes, and if it's the right one, they win the 50 grand, and if it's one of the other 249 envelopes, they win a consolation prize, which might be a trip to the Gold Coast or whatever. Okay, so that's how that whole thing works. But anyway, the main benefit for his business was, of course, retheming it to be more Disney adventure sort of style. And let me just bring up the before and after websites on the screen here for you. Okay, you can see a vast difference from the Walk-In Mine to what is now an adventure. And I just thought you might like to hear from Greg, the owner, because he had some nice things to say.
I've been part of JD's masterclass for almost 12 months now, but JD is legendary. We actually got started with this thing and he revitalised my entire business. He changed it from a business which was an average business and totally rethemed it, turned it into something amazing, and even if I only ever got that one idea from him, it changed our business and my mindset on everything I've ever known about marketing. Legendary. Yeah, so we had a website, and what JD pointed out, our website, it was terrible, woeful. He uses other words, but that was pretty much what it was. It was a terrible website because we didn't understand. You put a website together, you put pictures on it, and away you go. Well, what JD pointed out was that you actually change it so it actually is interactive and people actually buy from you and get a total experience from a website, not just a few pictures on a page. So the website revitalised and themed our business, and it has literally totally changed our business because people become interactive. They go on the website, they see firsthand, we've got video testimonials, we've got stories on it, and the theming of the website is not even in the same world as it was before. And when you Disneyfy things, which is what JD's specialised in, he's very big on the theming. When you Disneyfy things, it literally creates theatre, and that's what people want to see, which I didn't understand that till I went to spend time with JD, and they want this theatre, and it changes every bit of marketing, every bit of people wanting to do business with you. JD's transformed our whole business with just one idea. The transformation, as I said before, it is just amazing, the transformation, not even in the same class, and has put us in another category where we've actually attracted a larger, wider range of customers. Our audience that comes to us, our customers that come to us now is far bigger than it was before, which is what JD talks about, widening the funnel, and that's made a major difference to our business.
So there you have it, okay, and I've been involved in transforming businesses like that in a theatrical wow factor sort of way on many occasions. And there was one in Sydney that happened to be a couple of old ships, Captain Cook style ships on Sydney Harbour, and the owner asked me, look, how do we actually, basically build business for that, because the occupancy rate on those ships was not great, and we turned them into pirate ships. And so I said to him, have you ever heard of Johnny Depp and Pirates of the Caribbean? And he said, yep. I said, good, well, let's turn your two old-fashioned Captain Cook boats into a pirate theme. And the rest is history. His business just skyrocketed, okay? So sometimes you might need to think about how you can widen your funnel. And that's not telling you to take the eye off your most profitable customer, but it might well be that you've got an attraction that if you just themed it a little differently, you could widen your funnel and attract a larger demographic to your products or services.